I don't like ranting, and I do my best to be a positive role model. I don't like to be negative. I try to just find the positives in every situation, inspire others to heal and grow. So when I go through a heavy moment and I struggle to see the positive in it, it's incredibly demoralizing for myself because I'm in my mind. I'm thinking, how the hell can I inspire others? How can I give people hope when in this moment I don't have any hope? I don't feel hope at all. One of the biggest things in my life, and I talk about it quite often, I'm all about justice, fairness. Things should be right. So people should have the same opportunities. I spoke about it before. If you've got a gift, a talent, it's really strange that for the most people who have innate talents, they struggle to gain a living off that. So whether even if a creative field, anything, it's really hard. You see people trying their best and they don't get anywhere, and it's like when you go deep enough within that, it's like, where's the logic? Why should we be slaves and mules to others when we have something beautiful we can give to the world? Like, my mind can't comprehend it, and I've tried and tried and tried, and I get so frustrated with it. I get really, really frustrated. It actually brings me down. So like right now, I feel incredible amount of injustice. And like I say, an awful lot. I don't like to blend my spiritual side too much with the other side of what I talk about, but sometimes they clash together because I encompass all. So I know deeper reasons to things, but sometimes I feel like the universe sabotages me. I don't think it's fair. I think without making it look like I'm egotistical, arrogant, and full of myself, that becomes a problem because I try to stem that because I don't want, obviously, people, I know how people perceive things. Confidence always gets criticized. It's just the way society is in general, So as soon as I have an immense amount of confidence in myself, it's going to come across negative. But, I know my path, and I know the universe is sort of holding me in a holding pattern, a bit like an airplane. When an airplane's trying to land and there's no space. So the airplane has to just keep flying around the airport in the air. And you think, why are they not just landing? Just land the plane. But they're circling because they've been given instruction not to land yet. That's what it feels like for me. It feels like it doesn't matter how much work I do, how much I evolve, advance, nothing moves forward. I'm stuck in quicksand. I'm like the plane just going around the airport. It's like, we're not going anywhere. It's like, there's no point even flying. So you get all the way to your destination, you can't even land. So it's, at the end, it's like, what is the actual point of this? So and it brings me down because, like, even in my mind, I'm thinking, for me, injustice is worse than death. At least death brings you peace. I know how morbid that sounds, but my mind cannot cope with injustice. It fries my head. It brings me to like a meltdown. So like I said, I don't like ranting, and I've been trying my best not to talk about it because I'm trying to process it in my own space. But even like my head feels like it's going to explode an awful lot. Like I am so fed up, and it's like I don't like being like that. I'd rather be an inspiration. I'd rather be a role model to people. I talk an awful lot about my upcoming book. That book at the moment is not upcoming. It's not. I am literally at odds right now with the universe because I'm saying to him, like, I could do this for you. I could have this done in a month. I could have had this done a month ago, 2 months ago. At this rate, it's not getting done because I've had enough. Like, I've genuinely had enough. And I don't really care if it sets me back a decade. At this point, because of the level of injustice within it, I have a spiritual path. We all have a path in life. It's just some people are just not aware of it. I'm fully aware of my path. And although I hold it sacred and I understand a lot of what we go through and where we're going and the experiences we have is bigger than us. There's a journey for each of us. And it's like when life comes and we have our end of life review, and when time comes to an end, we'll look back at the things, and sometimes it'll seem petulant. It will seem so silly. Like, you sabotaged this when you could have just got on with that. The real problem, though, in this experience, injustice for me is like justice for me is everything. So an injustice is the entire opposite. It's like I can't move beyond that. So if something's not fair, then the universe needs to make it fair. And until they balance the scales, I'm not budging an inch. Like, I'm genuinely not moving an inch. I'm like frivoling time away purposely because I couldn't give a shit. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. Make me happy for once. My life has been a misery the whole way through. I've tried to like grow out of that. I've tried to improve my life, and I've done everything I could possibly do. I've been accountable. You go through my videos, for instance, on YouTube and TikTok and things. You'll notice it's very rare I do one video a day. I do multiples, and that's been for years. I've been accountable every day for a sustained period of time. I've done multiple books. There's no reason for me to make one step forward beyond what I've done now, because it's not been fair. And that's what I'm like. So I'm like incredibly, I could be a nightmare. So rather than write my book, which, you know, it only needs editing, I could have it done in a month. I'm not even doing it. I'm just going to read Lord of the Rings. I've got 3 of these. So we got Fellowship of the Ring. I've done a video where I was recording myself talk. I did it about 40-minute video. People can hear that. And in my private time now, I'm just going to finish it. I've also got, I can't remember what the series is called now. I haven't read it in ages. Oh, it's a really popular series where, I really can't remember what it's called now. Fall of Roses, is it? Something Fall of Roses. A lot of people know about that. I think I'm on the 2nd or 3rd book. I think I'm on the 2nd book of that. I've got the whole series. You know, I've got a lot of books I can read. I've got a lot of films I can watch. I've got a lot of sports I can distract myself with. I've got video games. In essence, it's like pointless to a degree, because you can do that in moderation and be productive at the same time. I'm choosing to be unproductive and distract myself entirely. That's what I'm doing. Like I said, I'd rather be like give people hope, but in all honesty, I'm losing hope by the day, because I'm just fed up. You know, I get a lot of signs in my daily life, and even then, I'm saying to the universe, stop with the. I swear sometimes I'm not perfect. You know, I don't want to be perfect. And I swear, I just, you know, I make it clear, stop with the signs. I don't give a shit. You know, it says someone's thinking about you, someone wants to come in relationship. It's like people have had long enough to come in relationship. I couldn't even give a shit at this point. I'm not even waiting for people. You know, 1 minute I'm interested, next minute I couldn't give a shit because I'm just so fed up. And then it's like the opportunities are coming. It's like the opportunity should have been here by now. And it's always like the opportunity is coming soon. And it's always coming soon. It's always coming. It's been doing that for the past few years. In a couple of months. I'm like, fuck you, couple of months. It's like, I don't care anymore. My life's hard today. I'm not budging an inch. Had enough. I know it's just ranty, and it's not entertaining. I just think I wasn't going to do the video. I was just processing it all in my own personal space. But I just think it's really important that I think it's important to be transparent with the world. I really do. I think too many people, there's too much fakeness in society, and it bothers me a lot. I don't like fake people. I don't like the way people portray themselves on social media. And I just think what it is, it glosses over the realities. I could leave this side of me and I could just make it look like, oh, he achieved this, he achieved that. And, oh, it wasn't so hard. Like, he always focused. I'm always pissed off. I'm focused sometimes. Sometimes I'm irritable as shit. And it's like, if I don't show that side, people would just naturally think that maybe when they're struggling, that it's different for them. It's like, don't worry. It's different. We all get pissed off. Believe me. I'm great at what I do. Being no doubt, like if you think about like in terms of like the success isn't there, the frustration's incredibly heightened. My confidence in myself is absolute. Like I don't doubt my abilities. Now some people might think, what is your talent? It depends on what you're interested in. If you're looking for personal growth and transformation, going on a spiritual journey, a healing journey, you read my books, watch my videos, it will transform your life. But you have to want to transform your life. Now in that sense, I think personally, I'm the best at what I do in the world. Like, I don't even think a little bit. You know, asking me what I think, oh, now my computer goes mental as soon as I make the point. I'm just getting pissed off with Spirit. You know, it's weird, isn't it? As soon as I said that, my freaking computer overloads. You noticed the pause. I noticed it as soon as it did it. My whole freaking video froze. You know, I don't care if it, oh, look, times 222 now. If we're going to go spiritual. Oh, no, you can't even freaking see it. Everything's sabotaged in my fucking life. Oh, it's changed now. 223. Great. I swear to God, the universe is just sabotaging me all the bloody time. Yeah, I don't give a shit. I don't care if people want to compare me to anyone else. I'd love to see someone that does more than I do, because I haven't witnessed it. What I do, I don't think there's anyone that does what I do. Not the level I do it. I don't think so. So I don't really care if it comes across arrogant, egotistical. People can put whatever label they want. Doesn't change the fact that I'm great at what I do. I believe in it. I think the books I've done, I don't think there's anyone that does anywhere near what I've done with the books. I think how I am on camera, I don't think anyone matches what I do on camera. You know, I've seen other people. You know, I don't look for others that do something similar in my field because you know I'm a one man band. I just do my own thing. I don't mirror anyone. Everything you see of me is original. It's not. I'm not inspired by anybody else. You know, where some people might copy what I do, and it's like that's up to them. I don't copy no one, so I'm an original. I'm an original thinker. I don't need to mimic someone else. It's like so I don't really care. I'm on my own little path. You know. But like I say, I see a lot of content creators in general, and they're always shouting at the camera. They're always having to explode on just to give themselves project power or confidence, or just get your attention immediately. And I'm thinking, if you've got to go that far to get attention, you're pretty shit. You know, and it gives me a headache, and then I turn them off, and I'm thinking, you're useless. I don't like criticizing people, but I think if we're going to do it in comparison to what I do, I will to just show the reflection of it. There's some people I've seen podcasts; they got millions of followers, or even hundreds of thousands of followers. And they mumble. They don't even talk clearly. They explode the microphone. The microphone explodes, so it's not even clear. Some of them put too much bass in the sound. So they just think they're amplifying their voice, but they're distorting it and they're making it unbearable. Everyone wants to sound like a radio station. And it's like a radio station isn't actually that interesting. So adding boom and power to your voice doesn't necessarily make you powerful. It doesn't enhance your delivery. If anything, it just gives me a fucking headache. You know, and it's too many of them. I see podcast after. I don't even try and watch the podcast. They might just pop up on my YouTube channel. So I'll have a look. I think, oh, okay, they might have a topic I'm interested in. It's sports. Because I like listening to sports. I like watching sports, listening to a bit of sports. So if there's something different, I might go and have a listen. And I'm thinking, you're trying too hard to sound professional and it's just shit. And that's being honest. I don't want, I was going to get a better, this is the Shure MV7X. There's the SM7B, is it? I can't remember anymore. I've lost track of it all because I just don't give a shit. The microphone I was going to get is twice as dear as this. It needs enhancements, but overall, what does it do that mine don't? It adds boom to your voice. Sounds like all them bloody radio stations yet again, you know. So I've decided I'm not even upgrading my microphone. I'd rather my voice is natural. You know, maybe I've enhanced it slightly, and I think it's important just to filter things. You know, make sure it's the right sound and things like that. Like I've got fans going on. I've cancelled all that out. So there's like a professional standard we implement. I'm not trying to be artificial though. I don't want my voice all boomy and shit. And then you hear me in public, for instance, and I sound totally different. What's the point of that? So anyway, it's a level of accountability in what we do. And like I say, I just think there's an awful lot of content out there that I think is absolute shit, in all honesty. But I try not to be negative. And then I look how many followers they get and how much attention they get on it. And I'm thinking, this is just disproportionate to reality, isn't it? This is absolute mental to me. But anyway, each their own. So I'm going to just show a little bit of what I got. And you'll see why I'm pissed off. Because I just, you know, I'm not creating much more. I love creating content, but from the point of the fact that nothing's growing, I'm getting really petulant, if I'm being honest. So like I said, I've got books I can read, I've got films I can watch, I've got sport I can engage with, and I've got video games that can just derail time. This Lord of the Rings book's going to take me ages. It's quite a long book. I don't know how many pages. Text's quite small. It's very bunched in, not much spacing. Over 500 pages, and then there's 3 of the books. So we got that, and then I've got the Thorns of Roses and things. I can't remember exactly the names now. I haven't read them for a bit. The green book I'm on, I think it's the second one. And I loved that when I was getting into it. So I need to get back into reading. But at the same time, I could truly be enjoying writing my own books and delving into the craft. But I just refuse to contribute anymore to the world. That's what it is. I refuse to keep contributing for free. My life's hard as a consequence. Like, it's really hard. I'm in poverty. Like, life's harder than it has to be. And it does affect every other area of your life, your freedom, your opportunities, just experiences. So my life feels incredibly limited. Yeah, I've sacrificed for so long and gained absolutely nothing from it, apart from growth, which is obviously a good thing. But it's like, I'm not contributing to the world anymore. The world's going to have to, the world's never noticed anyway, so it's fine. You can just have these people who exaggerate everything. They just boom their voices everywhere, and that can be the role models, you know, the ones that are fake. They just shout all the time. It's like, you know, I was available. You know, people could have listened and they could have learned, and I could have helped inspire and transform their lives, you know. As you can see there, I've got my books. I'm going to just show a little example, and I'm going to wrap it up, and I probably won't be seen for a while because I've had enough. Like, I can't be bothered to keep contributing to the world. I have a podcast as well. Let me try. I don't know if I'll be able to get the podcast up now, but I've got the podcast running all the way till the middle of October. I'll try and quickly set that up. I don't think I'm going to be able to get into it fast enough, to be totally honest. Just bear with me a minute while I try and set it up. I'm going to try and do it before I show the screen, because then I can see. it makes sense. I just want to show really what I'm doing, and then if you see any new content come out, for instance, and it's specific to this, it's not that I'm up. It's not like I'm active. It's just that the content on the podcast has literally already been pre-scheduled. It's literally all the way up to the this podcast goes all the way up to the middle of October, and we're coming towards the end of June. So that's a lot of content. Oh wait, wrong podcast. So I've got a couple of podcasts. I've done a few in the past. This is the new one, and it's got already, like, for instance, I think there's only about 3 episodes published. Let me just have a look. We've got about 3. How many? Oh, it's so rubbish how it displays information. 21 podcast episodes. So far, 2 are published. Another one comes today at 5:30, so that's interesting. I'll show that. So what we're going to do, I'm going to start off with my website just briefly. We're not going to go long-winded video here. Just want to show. So there's the books. There's 4 of them. You've just seen in the other image there was 6, so there is 6. That's my new book coming out. Well, I've put coming soon. I'll probably just remove that. I don't know. A little bit about me, what I'm doing, I guess. Oh, I don't know. I've lost hope, to be totally honest. New podcast. If you click on that, it does take you to the podcast. We might have a look in a minute. Audio books. All sorts of stuff. I even like readings, try and get people inspired to get back to reading, because I think there's a whole cultural shift here where people don't read enough, I think, personally. We go over, click the image. It'll open up a page. It'll show you the episodes that are currently available on the podcast. You can then listen through this website, or you can click through to Amazon Music and Spotify and listen directly there. There's even a link to my YouTube channel there, which is pretty cool. And, of course, my website, which you would have come from anyway. Anyway, that's the podcast. Just while I'm here, I can quickly show. This is the podcast episodes. Like I say, I've put 20 in a row. So there's 2 at the bottom. It says published in green. The rest are all blue, and it takes us all the way up to the 15th of October. So if anyone was to see episodes constantly getting up, there's a new episode, they're already recorded. My episodes have come off my YouTube channel, and I've just selected certain ones because I thought, you know what, not everyone follows YouTube. Not everyone wants to listen there. Maybe I put too many videos up. So every week they can just go and they hear a new one, so it's not overwhelming. That makes sense. That's where that's come from. Then we got my YouTube channel. And again, I've put a lot of time and effort into everything I've done. Books don't happen overnight. And let's be honest, the books have took a lot of time and effort on my part. They've took a lot of, I've sacrificed a lot for everything I've done. So when I have a rant, people might think, oh, look at them. It's like, but they don't understand the personal sacrifice that's been going on for such an extended period of time. The financial instability, the leaving jobs to finish a project, and all these things. I have sacrificed heavily for what I've done, and I haven't been rewarded even the slightest for it, at all. And I'm sick and tired of waiting for breakthroughs, and I'm not prepared to keep throwing myself on the line anymore. I'm going to start investing time in myself, and I'm not going to contribute to the world. I don't have to contribute to the world. I've already contributed, so I don't even give a shit. It's like, honestly, I don't, in that sense, I don't care. I've done enough. If I stop now, there's plenty. Look, 585 videos. It's like, there's plenty of content. And then if we go over here, you can see here how shit the views are, and you can see maybe why I'm pissed off. I don't even care what the titles of the videos are at this point, but just look here. Look, this is the number of views for each video. 4, 7, 3, 1, 7, 26, 6, 2, 9, 3, 6, 18, 25, 8, 8, 1, 47, 11, 12, 5, 8, 5. How's that going to change your life? And how was that worth my time? Each of these videos are significant, between maybe 40 minutes and an hour for the average. That's a lot. That's me contributing an awful lot of my time and energy to do this stuff. Then I have to do the cover design. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but it's still my time. Why would I give up an hour of my time consistently for nothing? Like, literally, there's no audience. Anyone watching this, I'll be surprised. You see, again, I'm just talking to myself. It's just that's all it is, though, isn't it? It's just shit. And then you go, right, okay, let's go on my TikTok channel. That's even worse because I record for YouTube nowadays. I record for YouTube. Then I spend about 2 hours on a bloody video editor, cutting video down into sections because I have to do a certain format. Effectively, it's a whole pissing process that I don't like doing. And I go out of my way to do it for other people to see it, because I think, you know what, it might help people. And let's have a look at this for my recent videos on TikTok. After I've put 2 hours in, after I've already done the bloody video. It just stresses me out. It pisses me off. It's so unfair. And yet, like I said, there's people out there with hundreds of thousands of views, millions and whatnot. And I don't like to wish people negative, but I think I deserve something here. This is a fucking joke. It's an I don't give a shit how I come across. I really couldn't give a shit. There's 113 views there, 51, 56, 15, 44, 54, 65, 29, 53, 114, 209, 194, 150, 161, 261, 299, 164, 304, 36, 20, 224, 147, 113, 42, 32. Effectively, everything's realistically round about our average, way below 200 on average, way below 50 on average, round about freaking 20. It's just it's an absolute joke, you know. It's not worth my time anymore. And I really don't care how that is perceived. It's just not worth my time anymore, you know. I've got other things I can do, you know. I don't give a shit. It's a waste. It's such a waste, because all I needed was a fair breakthrough, you know. That's all I needed. Like, I deserve opportunities. And like I said, if you look at what I'm doing there, you got my books, for instance. I don't think a book exists like any of mine. Like any of them books. I think even the personal ones, the first two, Father's Daughter and Heartbroken Daughter, I don't think there's a personal journey book out there that's anything like them two books. I don't think so. And then when I think about like my spiritual book, I don't think there's a spiritual book out there like my spiritual book. And when it comes to like personal growth, transformation, helping people see things in themselves, I don't think books exist that are anything like mine. Yet, or even close to the ones that were likely to come next. I really couldn't give a shit if I'd release anymore. Because if we're talking about like, in terms of what I'm proud of, and you talk about like legacy and things, I'm happy with what I've got. Yeah, with a bit of effort, I can have more. I'm not greedy. I don't need more. If you're talking about like for the world, if the world needs it and I see the value in it, then sure. If the universe needs it, wants it, it's part of a legacy and it's part of their plan, then better start making my life a little bit nicer, mate, because I'm not doing anymore. Like, I'm proud of this. I can rest easy knowing I've done my 6 books. I can rest easy knowing I've done over 500 videos. On TikTok, there's thousands of videos. I can rest easy knowing I did what I was supposed to do. I contributed. When was I ever rewarded? We talk about justice, talk about balance. There's been no balance. The universe hasn't even met me anywhere near what I deserve. I've transformed. I've grown. I've done everything. I'm up here, man. But what I'm receiving is all the way down here. It doesn't even match what I'm should to have. It's a joke. Man. Yeah, I just think it's pathetic. So like, I don't doubt. I don't doubt my ability, because I know I'm unique. And I know I do things in a very different way to the average person. And I said, I think I'm the best at what I do. And I don't really care what sort of statement that is. I don't give a shit. There's no point in me minimizing it. There's no point in me pretending I'm not when I know inside I am. That's the thing, isn't it? Like, I could sit here and go, well, you know, there's always room for growth. No, I've been growing. I've done the growth. I'm the best at what I do. And I don't really care how that looks, because I am. So, you know, I don't care. And when I say that, that means worldwide, around the world. Yeah, I don't think there's anyone in any country that does what I do to the same level that I do it or better than me. So, yeah, that's what I think. So, you know, people can take inspiration from people who maybe are being fake and things. I'm not saying everybody's like that, but there are levels here, and there's a lot of people that are fake out there. A lot of people that mimic, they're copycats. I'm not a copycat, I'm original. You know? So if anyone copies me, for instance, they're going to run out of reference material at some point, because if I'm not creating. So whatever. But yeah, like I said, I didn't want to do a ranty video, and I don't like these up and down ones. I don't like, you know, I'd rather sort of like go through a period of growth, healing, and just get through it. But I think there's a level of being authentic. I think being honest, transparent. But all honest, I'm just sick and tired of it. Like, I could use my tarot cards to ask spirit now, but I'm pissed off of them. I don't even want to hear from them. I don't want to hear this shit. I don't need to hear, oh, this opportunity's coming, this opportunity's coming. I've had that for so long. They always delaying it. And I always get signs that they've delayed it. Like, I get signs now that you should have had your breakthrough before. And I'm like, I know I should have had my fucking breakthrough before. Do you not think I realised that when I'm sitting here pissed off for extended periods of time? I'm having to look to make money. I'm having to look to take 10 steps back. I've got to look to work in warehouses and act be a mule. Feel like I'm a slave and trapped. It's like, that's what we expect in, that's what I said. I'm not above myself that I won't do tasks, but it doesn't make sense when I can help so many people. You trap me in a place that's almost like slavery just to give them breadcrumbs when I can help a lot of people if I'm given the opportunity. But you don't want to give me the opportunity because it's not ready yet or it's too dangerous. Whatever the fucking reason is, I don't give a shit. But I'm not trapping myself. I'm not doing that shit. I've been there, done that. I don't feel comfortable being a freaking slave. Do you know what I mean? I don't like working for people. I don't like being told what to do. You know, I shouldn't have to. Like I said at the very beginning, when you've got a gift, you should be able to make a living off that gift. And it's not like I've been lazy, is it? So when you look at it, you think, this doesn't make sense. Like, it genuinely doesn't make sense. So eventually what will happen is, because I am quite temperamental, I am a very temperamental person. So, like, the universe could give me a breakthrough, and it might be at the point that they give me the breakthrough, I'll just tell them to fuck off. I did that in a football match, and I'll do that with the universe. Believe me, I couldn't give a shit. Because I hold everyone accountable, even God. I hold everyone accountable. I couldn't give a shit. You're not using me as a pawn in some game of chess. You treat me with respect, you get respect. But I am not here to play silly bollocks. You know, I did that in a football match before. There was a whole situation in the past. I was brought off, it was a friendly. They want to bring me on, I tell them to go fuck themselves. I'm not coming back on. And it's the same with that. So the universe takes too long, setting some situations up. There might be someone that comes in and wants to have a relationship. I say, I'm not interested. I'm not looking for a relationship anymore. I'm not interested anymore. My life's going a different direction. I couldn't care less about connections. Once I get like that, I won't budge. Someone might come in and offer me a career opportunity, and it might be way after I've let it all go. Let's say I'll stop creating content. Let's say I just stop. And let's say 6 months' time, there's been no content, and someone finally sees something, and they say, I love what you're doing. I'd love to give you an opportunity. I say, I'm not doing it anymore. That's not their fault. But if the universe wants to play silly shit with me, and you want to make me sit around waiting for an opportunity, once I'm not looking, I'm not interested. So once my mind goes in a different direction, and I'll just go in a different direction, I'm more than happy. At the end of the day, once I change my expectations, I'm more than happy just to be a hermit. I'm happy enough just to live in my own little bubble. I'll read Lord of the Rings. There's a shitload of books in the world. There's millions of books. I can just get my head down. I can just read other people's books. I can just read. I can go and play some video games. There's always new ones coming out. There's a freaking absurd amount of video games backlogs. I have thousands in my catalogue, let alone all the ones that come next. There's God knows how many movies, TV shows. You could lose yourself to distractions. There's nothing that's possible. And I could do that. And then I could actually just surrender and just go back into the shitty jobs and just transition back into it and just say, fuck it. It's just, at least it pays for my books. It pays for my films. It pays for my video games. It pays my bills. That's that's the level we're going to go with now. Fuck it. And it might be the universe is like, well, no, we need you there now because you are one of the best at what you do. Probably not going to tell me that I'm the best at what I do, but there'll be signs that you're great at what you do. You deserve to be in a spotlight. People are going to need you. It's like, yeah, you're going to find someone else now because I'm finished. I'm retired. I'm getting to that point. I don't want a ranty one. I know it's not. I know it doesn't present me in the best way, but I just done. I can't be bothered. I don't really care how I'm presented. I say a lot, and when I say that, I mean it. Everything I say, I mean. I'm not someone that says something with some sort of ulterior motive. That's the thing you get with me. I'm very straight and narrow. Like I said, injustice to me is just suffocating, and I feel like I'm stuck in quicksand. It doesn't matter what I do. So if it doesn't matter what I do, I might as well do nothing. I mean, I might mess around with some stories every now and again just for my own fun. Never publish, never finish. Because I'll never lose that creative spark. But in terms of turning everything into a fully published book, I couldn't give a shit. So I know other people would be like, well, if it's only a month's worth of work, you might as well do it. At least you got it. It's like, for me, it's not. They don't understand the level it takes to do that, though. It's like, that's what it is. That's why I put it off, because it's not a case of, oh, you doing it. Like, if I could just do an hour and a half here and an hour and a half tomorrow and an hour and a half the next day, that's fine. That you can do that. My mind don't work like that. I get obsessed once I start working on projects, and I'm not prepared to lose my mind to it until it's finished. It's too much. When there's no reward, it's like a waste of my time. I know full well what's going to happen. I do that, and you fully expect everything to change. Like it's almost like this is the final piece to the cog, to the mechanism, to all this change. And a year later, you're still looking for the books to sell. But I know it's part of the collection, and I know it'll always be there, but it's like I'm happy with my collection. So I don't know what the universe is playing at, but they're messing up a good opportunity here, because I could have easily helped people. And it might very well be that nothing gets noticed. It is what it is, you know. I'm fed up. I don't like self-promotion anyway. I don't like marketing myself. I don't reach out to people. I don't communicate. I very rarely comment on other people's content. I don't really get involved like that. I just keep to myself, you know. So I recognise, of course, if you reached out to people, you could build relationships, connections. I don't want to build relationships and connections, though. I don't give a shit. So yeah, whether there's content in the future, I really got no idea. I mean, I didn't want a video saying I'm never going to create content, because I actually enjoy creating content. And when I have something I want to do, I'll do it. So I'm not going to say I won't create anything. But right now, it's not my priority. So like, there could be a video tomorrow. There could not be a video tomorrow. There could be multiple videos in a month. There might be nothing in a month. It might be I disappear for 6 months. I really don't feel obligated to do shit. Again, it's about things being reciprocated, you know. I've sacrificed a huge amount of my life. Like, huge. And I see people put far less in and get so much out. And I look and just think, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Like, seriously, that's what I think. I just think, what the hell is happening here? Nah, this is a joke. This is a joke. It's not fair that my life is held to such a... I'm held to such a standard that I've almost got like handcuffs around me and I'm just chained and shit. And I know that's the universe doing that. So how is that fair? If I was given the same opportunity as everyone else, that I didn't have the chains around me like everybody else doesn't, I would have been propelled a million miles forward by now. There's no doubt in my mind the success I'd be sitting in right now. Because not only do I deserve it, I'm great at what I do. And again, I know people don't like that. They won't like it. And you can go and people can criticize all they want. You can go and watch my videos and tell me I'm shit at what I do. You'd be hard pressed. You might not like what I've got to say. You might not like what I've got to say because I'm opinionated and I believe, obviously, that's why I say it. If I didn't believe it, I wouldn't say it. You know, it's my opinion. If you actually look at my delivery, the way I present and everything like that, I'm great at what I do. I'm not saying I've got the best setup. Unfortunately, I have to do all this shit in my bedroom. I don't have the luxury of having an office space or a freaking studio. I don't have all the same freedoms that everybody else has. I'm limited. So based on that limitation, I think I do bloody well for what I do because I've not been given shit in my life. My life is hard and it isn't fair and I'm pissed off, in all honesty. So I am on the verge of retiring. Like literally, I'm just on the verge of retiring from everything I've been doing. Walking away and just living a far more basic life. And once I actually do that, I won't come back. There's limits to what I do. And I don't care because I would feel like I've contributed to the universe. And at that point, the universe can decide whatever they want to do with my life, can't they? They might decide, well, we're going to terminate your... Because this is how life works. When you go spiritual and you understand the path, you wake up every day because there's a reason for you to wake up every day. The moment you have fulfilled whatever it is you come here to do or you go too far away, you can have your life may get terminated in natural causes, any cause. So some people just don't understand that to a degree. You know, they can't fathom things. I get it. So me walking away and saying, look, if I end up not creating anything, and it's like the universe thinks, well, he's not contributing anything anymore. Like his whole point, the point of his existence is irrelevant now. We're gonna have to just terminate it. It's like terminate it. I couldn't give a shit. All of us are no more than really machines to a degree, you know, as our soul having a human experience. When your soul has nothing else to learn and you're not growing and you're not achieving anything, you're not moving forward, it can get terminated because there's no point you being here. I don't give a shit. Open the fucking door or beam me up because I don't give a shit anymore. I have no fear of death. I don't have a fear of anything like that. That's not the fear. I don't walk around with that fear. It pisses me off, like I said at the very beginning. Injustice pisses me off more than that. So, you want to keep pissing around with me, I will just waste my days away. I'll just eat chocolate, risk getting diabetes, I couldn't give a fuck about anything. In all honesty, I don't care. You know, it's like when people might not see that, realize that side of me. Like I am all about you either make things fair in my life or just I don't give a shit about it. Because we should have. It's about opportunities. It's about fairness. If I'm shit at what I do, I don't own that. I'll recognize where I can improve. I've improved for so long. If I'm not putting the effort in, and that's why there's been no success, like you've got no body of work. I get it. There's work to be done. When you've put in the work and you've been committed for so long and the door's not opening, it doesn't make sense. There's nothing more I can do that's new. There's nothing more I can do. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. So I'm done. Anyway, I know it's ranty, but you can probably see how pissed off I am. And I am fired up like a fucking volcano. But yeah, so I am on the verge of just quitting.